things are given, and it is going to give you the solution whatever is required. Not only the solution, it is going to recommend various things whatever is additionally can be given. So as a human think, it is going to work for us. So that is actually behind the process of natural language processing. Can you all see my screen as well? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. So what are the approaches basically we have in this NLP?
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Uma பேசுறேன் sir. Nada, sir.
Sorry, ma'am. Okay, so we have supervised NLP, we have an unsupervised NLP, we have natural language understanding and natural language generation. So these are the different approaches we have in NLP. As we have seen in the so many places, we know what is supervised. So it is basically like all will come under a label, where unsupervised will not have an exact label. So these two things are quite common when we study in big data or data mining. This is a very common term, supervised and unsupervised. Here we have natural language understanding. This is very new to us. So how we can understand a natural language? So when a text is entered or an audio is given or a video is given, the machine is going to understand what kind of input is given by the user. That is the understanding. Then it is going to revert as a generation. See how it has been developed. A language is been developed so that the user can have different kind of approaches towards a machine. It is not like we are going to have a single point of approach. It is not narrowed down. It is broadened in either way so that you can approach it in a very different way. Text, audio, video in different languages is going to understand. So these are all very, very advanced thing we have in the natural language processing. So how the computers are working on this NLP. So basically we categorize into 3 steps, wherein it is going to take several steps when we dive deep into that. So basically it is taking linguistics using computers, machine learning and deep learning. So on the top we see these are the 3 categories of work it does in NLP. Under that we have lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, discourse analysis and pragmatic analysis. These are all the analysis what we do inside the NLP to work it in a better way, to make it work as the customer is giving the input or the consumer is giving the input. So what are the tasks it will do? So when we consider this kind of an input which is being given, we'll have the tasks that is being categorized into easy, medium and hard. Basic things what this machine, for example, suppose if I am giving good morning, so what it will take a spelling, it will check, it will find out what are the keywords inside that, then it is going to classify with modeling and it is going to make it a text classification of what are all the things available. So that we can have it in the easy category. Then we have the medium setup. What it is going to do, it is going to completely take it as the information extraction. So why, how and what will be taken. What is the relationship between the first content and the second content given? Good morning to my student, good morning to the professor. So what is the relationship? Why it is being used here? All these things will be given. Suppose if I am asking to make a content based on the good morning content is needed for me. So that good morning will be taken as an information extraction. And for that question, a summarization will be given. And suppose if we want a modification or if you want to add certain points, that will also be added. So these are all the tasks how the NLP working is categorized. Coming to a voice. Definitely voice plays a very important role in this NLP. Normally in televisions, what we have in at our home, an advanced television, what we right now have, we have a setup where you can switch on the mic, you can just speak to the TV, that is television what we have. You can choose the channel through the voice. So you can understand how advanced the technology is and how it is retrieving the detail which you are asking for. For example, in YouTube, suppose if I need to listen to a song, a flute music, I am going to switch on the mic in my TV remote and I can see flute music. So it is going to list me the videos of flute music in which I can choose it. Suppose if I am going to mention a name of the flutist, and that list will be displayed accordingly. So the voice is recognized. All these things we use it in the day-to-day life. Nowadays we use in day-to-day life. But when it is being to natural language processing, your speech is converted into understanding technology of what kind of language being used for the machine, used to give the input for the machine. So that recognition is also done by the contents. So what are all the components we have? This what we see now is a overall view of NLP. Then we'll be seeing text processing and vectorization and then semantical analysis. So for all these things, we have an example and the coding as well. I believe everybody will be connected with the system so that you can also parallelly work. Only one program I'm going to give as an example after completing this basics of NLP. So NLU and NLG we had seen already, that is natural language understanding, where it is going to find out the different aspects of the language. And generation is it is going to give you all the outputs, the planning of the text, and it is going to give you the statements and sentences. So these all things we are going to see in very detail. That is syntactic analysis will contain segmentations, word segmentations. POS is a very, very important topic what we are going to see. Then parsing, sentence splitting and stemming. Similarly, we have semantic analysis where entity recognition is done and natural language is generated in written. So if I am talking in Tamil or if I am talking in Hindi, it is going to understand the language, then it is going to respond accordingly. And we have so many applications we use with the natural language processing, and these are all the examples that we right now apply everywhere. So wherever we have a smart assistant, summarization of text, predictive text, chatbots, email filtering, so all these have been incorporated with the NLP. So next is the very important topic, that is the concept which is inside the NLP, text processing. Okay, so already I have been showing the text. Even then, can you give me or can you add a point on text processing, why it is needed? Any of the professors can add. Why a text processing is needed? What is text processing? Whatever it is. Yeah, that's right, ma'am. Thank you for your response. It's to clean and prepare data, and you're going to find out how this data can be taken and it can be responded. Super, madam. Thank you so much. And we have this text processing. It is the crucial and critical step in NLP pipeline. As madam told, it involves cleaning, organizing, preparing the raw text, and it will be analyzed by machine learning models. Why we need to do all these things? Because I am going to speak for hour, but the keywords what I use will be repeated. Or I have very few important words that needs to be taken. For example, if I am talking about gold market, I'll say Indian gold market. Gold is purchased by Indians a lot. Indians are involved in investing gold. So you can see what are all the keywords I use regularly. It is repeated, whether it is positive or negative. So all these are taken not as a whole statement. So before taking this small keywords, it needs to be processed. So that is called as the text processing. Okay, so how this text processing happen? This is an overall web search engine. Uh, Anybody is calling me? Okay, so this is an overall procedure of this web search engine. So here we have the users. They interact with the query engine. We have an index wherein we'll have a point where it is going to have an index. For example, if I'm searching for a book named Chola Empire, it is going to have an index and it is going to give me a index for processing it. Then it is going to search inside the web and it is going to throw out the links for the user. This is what happens in the normal Google. For example, I'm going to give gold rate. It is going to search in the web everywhere and it is going to give me many links based on this gold rate. That is how this is overall view of the search engine works. Okay. Why a text is important and what are all the things we are going to do in this text processing? You can see, and we also knew text is a string of characters. It is a collection of strings, that is collection of characters where it is incorporated as words. Along with the words, if it is a statement, you will have space and other special characters along with the statement. For example, you can see the first statement, strings of characters. The first point we have here. We have text, we have a space as well. When you see inside the bracket, you have commas, you have full stop, you have a bracket. So all these things are incorporated inside a text. But these all are not required to be processed. It is not at all needed to be processed. So what the process will do, it will segregate what is required and what is not required. It is going to decide. All these algorithms are going to decide which is required and which is not required. And why we concentrate specifically on the text processing? When Uma Madam was giving the title, I was wondering why NLP. So NLP is going to cover all these things, but specifically it is text processing. I never believed it is that big ocean to understand. Actually, I have learned this text processing, but not as a separate topic so far in any seminars I have done. But when it is specifically given, we need to understand why this text processing is such an important thing. Yes, because it is the place where language is carried. This is the place where everything is taken in a proper route, not the image, not the video, but this text is having a complete view of a language. That is why we consider this text as a very important one. Am I audible so far? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Justin sir. You have given a response. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is a data which is going to be given. The screen is shared. I believe everybody can see it. And now it is on tokenization. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have 7 steps in which the text processing is happening. So initially we have the statement that is text is given. Then we have tokenization. What is tokenization? We are giving a text and that text is converted as, not converted, it is considered as tokens. And that tokens are words, numbers or punctuation marks which is given along with any kind of text. That you will call it as tokenized text. So first step is giving a text. Second step is tokenization. So this is how the text is given. The machine learning algorithm works, and then tokenized text will be as a result. So tokenization is tokens are the words, numbers, or pronunciation. Now we jump on to a beautiful example. Customer loves the new machine. The customer loves the new machine. So first step is language identification. So we have detected it as English. That is machine have detected. Second is the step what we are seeing right now. I have not given text identification in the slide because it is very simple. So we are jumping directly to tokenization. Tokenization is breaking into words. That is what we have seen in the previous slide as well. You can see here tokenized tokens of words, numbers, or punctuation. See the example. It breaks into words. So I had given an example. The customer loves the machine. You can see it is just broken. The customer loves the new machine. So it is all done with the tokenization. So next is sentence breaking. So sentence breaking is understanding where the sentence have stopped. That is understanding sentence boundaries. Do you have a comma? Do you have a full stop? Do you have a space? Is there any pause in the sentence? That is called as sentence breaking. So when the tokenized text is given inside the algorithm, it gives output as sentence boundaries. I believe professors are following. And the next step with the example, we are going to see sentence breaking. So finds one full sentence ending with a period where it is having a break. Then we have parts of speech. Another important topic in lexitics is POS. So where it is given. That is the thing here. When you give the complete sentence of broken text, it is going to find out what is it is tagged for. That is POS. Tagged text will be written. So it is being trained on both small content and also the bigger contents we give. So it is the part of speech actually. POS is part of speech where it is going to divide the speech, that is the statement or the sentence, like noun, verb, adjective, etc. It is going to find out. So the POS is a part of speech. What we have learned in English, it is going to divide it into parts actually. You can see with our example what we have given. Part of speech tagging, that is POS. The will be an article, customer is a noun, loves is a verb, new is an adjective, again machine is a noun. So this is the way it is going to divide the sentence breaking output. Then this tokenized text, that is POS, is given. then it is going to give us a chunked statement. This machine learning algorithm, what it does is, it is going to revamp and give us a chunked statement. So how it is going to give? See, it is a beautiful thing. Chunking means it is going to make it as a group. We had given the customer loves the new machine. See how it had grouped. It had grouped the noun with the noun phrase and verb phrase. Then we have syntax parsing. This chunked statement, that is grouped statement, is again given to the algorithm. Then it is going to give the prepared text, that is called as the syntax parsing. You can see here, it is going to find the structure exactly, subject, verb, object. It is going to make the syntax parsing, that is, it is going to find out the structure. We have subject, verb, and the object here, and it is going to take accordingly and gives you a syntax parsing. Then we have chaining at the end. Chaining means, suppose if I need to add a statement along with this syntax parsing, which is already done. We had already received a statement here, subject, verb, object, customer loves machine. So that is the object, that is the final structure we have received. Suppose if I need to add some other statement along with that, then it will be chained along with that. That you will call it as sentence chaining, lexical chaining. For example, I have taken it runs smoothly. Then it links to machine. Machine runs smoothly will be the result of this sentence chaining. I believe professors are clear with the examples it is given. So we will continue. Okay. So next is lexical analysis. So far we have seen the basics of text processing. That is 7 steps that is involved in text processing. Now we are little deeper to know what actually being done in lexical analysis. So we have 2 things to be done, that is lemma citation and steaming or monofollical analysis. The 2 different things we are going to see in detail. This lexical analysis will convert sequence of character into sequence of token, that we have seen already. That is the way we will do. And it will analyze it. It is going to perform an analysis on that and give you the result. That is called as lexical analysis. We are going to make it as a token and we are going to make it as an analysis. Then we have morphological analysis. That is, the word need to be taken as a word and it cannot be changed into other form. That we will be calling it as morphological analysis. So you can call it as normalizing a word. That is an exact way you can call. So the form of word will be the word alone, not with the extra word. But it should have the same meaning of the grammar which is being given. You can see an example here. So you have dogs. So derivational, we have build, building, held, healthy, which is have very same word, but it is having a grammatical clause of difference. Steaming is a little variant of morphological analysis. This will have similar terms derived from a common stream. Common stream is one word where it is additionally added with the suffixes to give additional meaning. For example, you can see here engineer, engineering, user, uses, etc. So we have streaming in information retrieval. So grouping of words with a common stream together. For example, you can have on screen we have reads. When you give search of reads, it will also find read, reading, readable. So this is called as streaming, wherein it will remove the suffixes and it will concentrate on the word or frames alone. For example, reading means it is going to consider the read. Reads means it is going to consider the read. Readable also it is going to consider the read. But very occasionally these prefixes are removed, but in steaming mostly suffixes are removed and the word is taken. And another important and beautiful thing is stop lists in NLP, that is text processing. We have words like very common words which we use along with the statement like of and the or is, all these things. And this will not be taken as a word of analysis. So we have a list of words which is being taken in a stop list, and it can be removed during the lexical analysis, and that will not be indexed. This will not be taken or considered as a word. Those kind of very common words you call as stop list. We have a very long stop list which always eliminates false hit, but sometimes that also need to be considered. So I believe you can understand what is a stop list. So far we have seen a word will be taken as a word, but grammar should not change. That is called as the morphological analysis. In steaming, these all are text processing. In steaming, we have a word wherein the suffixes will be removed. Occasionally, prefixes will be removed, and the word will be taken as a word. Whatever suffixes are given, it will be considered with only one word, basic word. That is steaming. Then we have stop list, that is common words are removed from the indexes that we create. But sometimes it is a disadvantage. When stop list is a very long list, it is a disadvantage. Okay, so how an indexing in the subsystem happens? Documents means it is not a big data. Whatever data available, you can call, even a statement is called as a document. And we are assigning each document with the document ID. Parallelly, what we are doing is we are breaking it into tokens. Stop list is taken, steaming is done, and then after steaming, the terms are taken, and then it is stored in the indexed database where it will receive the ID. Understood? It is very, very simple and very nice diagram which will very openly make you understand how our index is stored in a database. Whenever you give a statement, how it is being converted. It is converted into token, stop list are taken, and that list is created. Steaming is done. Suppose if you're giving the word as reading, it will be taken as a read. And all these are inserted inside a database. This is the indexing subsystem. We have already indexed, we have done with everything. Suppose if I need to retrieve a data from the database, then what are the procedure? How we search inside a subsystem? You have a query here, and when we pass the query is also taken as query tokens, and the stop list is taken. Then steaming is done with the query. Suppose if I need to retrieve district names, I'm giving a very long query, retrieve with this detail from so and so table which is available in so and so database. So all these are taken as token. Steaming is done and steamed terms are used to find the detail inside the indexed database. Then the relevant data set is taken. Then operations are performed to find out, and then ranking is done, and finally the document set is given for the user in response of the query they have given. So this is how indexing is done to the database, and the data is taken from the subsystem. Okay, so we are clear with how monophorical analysis is done, steaming is done, and stock list is being done. Okay, we have a very small task now. We can open the browser, give fish, find out what are all the things are displayed. Fine. Again, you can type FISH. Then you can find out what are all the details displayed. Again, you can give fishes ES and find out what are all the details given. Just try out in Google. This is try. Thank you for the response, madam. So can you see all displaying similar, very similar data? Yeah. So there we can understand how steaming is done and how it is being tokenized. How it is being tokenized. So you can also take 5 more minutes. All the processes can take 5 more minutes, and you can find out what are all the words you can give in the Google. Very few. You can take your own examples, and you can see how the steaming is done. For example, I'll say another one example. Now I had given fish. You can search for jogging shoes, running shoes. Just try, find out what it is listing. It is a small task. Task for steaming and tokens. You can find out few words which is going to give you the same response, and you can post in the chat. Okay, try out with the jogging shoes, madam. Find out whether if it is similar. Similarly, you can try, yeah, thank you. Try your own vocabularies. You can just give your own noun and find out how the steaming is done. It is just considering the shoes. You can try out a few words that I have listed in the PPT. You can try the differences. Wow, super, madam. Foot and feet. See how it is tokenizing. Tokenizing words, streaming words. Okay, I guess everybody would have tried a few words and you have found out how that is working. And the next topic we are moving towards vectorization in NLP. Can anyone add a point on what vectorization means? Super, madam. Yeah, you're right. So, understanding the text in a number format. The machine finds easy to understand when the text is being converted into a number. Okay, can anybody give an example how it can be converted into a number? In what means? Okay, super, madam. That's very nice. 0 for not present and 1 for present. That is very easy for us as a professor to understand that all zeros are absentee number and all ones are present. The same way we are going to take this token. The same way we are going to take the tokens, that is converted text as numbers. We'll see examples as well. Initially, the vectorization we speak is a document term like matrix. We know matrix is a row and a column format, and this whole document will be prepared in a matrix format where it will have zeros and ones. This count vector, as the madam has given example zeros and ones, you will fit and learn the word vocabulary where it needs to be fitted, and it will be marked as zeros or 1. And another thing is we have frequencies for the word as well, and that you will call it as term frequency. What is the frequency of word? What is a frequency of word is called in NLP. So I have twice used is. So the frequency of is equal to 2. So this is called as the term frequency. How many times the occurrence had happened and what is the importance of the occurrence? Whether the occurred word is important. So all these things will be taken in as the term frequency. Then we have columns that are dedicated to each word in the corpus. This corpus will have words and numbers. Words, how many times it has been used, where it has been used, all these will be given as a term matrix. We will see an example. Okay, before jumping into example, we'll have the categories that is available in the vectorization. We have one hot coding, bag of words, that is also called as BOW, then TF and IDF. TF is this term frequency. So we all will see what are the categories in this vectorization in NLP in detail. So one hot coding. This is actually the basic and very raw method in the vectorization text. Every position is marked 1 to indicate the word, and all remaining will be marked as 0. This is the exact matrix format hard coding. You can see here it is very clear. We have color red, yellow, green. That's all. We have only 3 colors, but we are going to check the occurrences each time. So first time the red is available in the first row, so I am giving 1. Yellow and green is not available, so it is marked 0. Similarly, in the second row. In the third row, you can see yellow is available and red and green is not available, so it is marked as 0. The similar cases for the next rows as well. So this is the vectorization one hot encoding method, where it is marked 1 to indicate yes and remaining will be marked 0 for others if it is not available. That is the exact example what Madam Anchal already told us. Next comes the bag of words. It is very coined term, and this has been a buzzword now in NLP, BOW. This is a vector actually, and it has the length of entire vocabulary. So it have the set of unique words also is defined, and it represents the frequency with which each word appears in the given text passage. That example we have discussed now. You can see this example. I like oranges. So I like oranges. Do you like oranges? So you can see what are all the repetitions here. You have like and oranges. These are all the repetitions we have here. Hear me? But am I audible? Hello.
ये तो डॉक्टर था ना
Here
Sorry
we
for
have
the
orange,
interruption.
oranges twice and like twice. Remaining we have once. And other word if we have, it will be 0. You can see how it is being vectorized. POW text vector you can see parallelly. So if I am taking a word apple, it is not at all available, so it is marked as 0. Remaining words you can see do is once, so it is 1. I is 1. Like we have twice, so it is 2. Oranges we have twice, so it is 2. Then you is 1. One time it is the state. So this we will call it as bag of words. So now there is one small statement. You can take it by yourself and you can find the bag of words for that, and you can post it on the chat now. This is a small task. You can do it from yourself. So you can post the statement and also the bag of words. Bag of words, you do not want to give the words actually. You can just give me the vectors. I had given one example. You can take your own example. Okay, I'll share you a statement now. You can find out the word of bags for that. Okay, the professors can find out the bag of words for the statement I had given. You do not want to add any new word. So for the word which is already available, you can just give me bag of words. In the same order what it is being given. Or usually it will go with chronological order. You can take it as a chronological order. That will be a better thing. So first comes A. You can start with that. I believe everybody is attempting to try to find out the bag of words. Can I get an S? Super, madam.
Okay.
Yeah. Other answers? Any other professors have tried to work on this? Actually, you're so amazing, madam. And definitely you're having a great day today. My pleasure. Okay, I guess everybody got it right and how it is being working. Okay, thank you for the response, Arputa Rani madam. I believe you have also tried. Okay. So this is called as the bag of words. So we are into the vectorization of text processing. We had already seen one hot encoding. Now we had seen bag of words. I believe everybody can find the vector for bag of words. Next is TF IDF vectorizer, where NLP's critical processing is done using this vectorization, and this is a very important and advanced level of vectorization. Here TF denotes term frequency and IDF is inverse document frequency. So TF IDF is a text vectorization where it transforms the text into a usable vector. So it is going to convert it into a usable vector. It is an advanced level of bag of words. So always I have already told you, that is, we have already discussed normal statement is also called as document here. Here I have taken two statements. The cat is cute, the dog is cute. So D1 and D2 are the two documents that we have taken, and it is categorized into words. Here the repetition is removed. It is taken as the tokens. You can see here the cat is cute dog. So these are all the words that is available in D1 and D2. And we have a term frequency here. So how many times it has been appeared in the document? Here you can see term frequency in document 1 and term frequency in document 2. It has been tabulated. In the bottom of the slide you can see. So the words totally what we have is the cat is cute dog. So you can see the term frequency in document 1. So these are all available in document 1. So it is all given 1. It is available only once. And these are all available in document 2 only once. So it is given 1, and if it is not available, it is marked as 0. So this is the term frequency we have in the documents. You can try your own words, or you can take two documents, two statements, and you can find out the term frequency. Shall I give you the statements, or we'll jump on to the next one? Because I think we have already cleared what is bag of words, but that is little different, wherein we are going to find out the term frequency here. I believe we can jump on to the next one. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So inverse document frequency IDF. That is the third step. We have completed first two steps here. So document taking the statements and dividing into words is the first step. So second step for the vectorizer is term frequency. We have found out what are the term frequencies in both the documents. Then we have step 3, very important step, that is inverse document frequency. Very, very simple and easy. What this is going to say is how important a word is. That's all. Very, very simple. Whatever I am talking, you're not going to take all the words. You will be marking only the important word. So this algorithm or this vectorization machine learning algorithm is going to take are going to find out what is the important word in the document. This is a very beautiful algorithm, how it is going to find out. And we have a very simple formula for that. You can see the third line, you have a formula IDF, that is inverse document frequency is equal to, don't think too big, it is very small. You are going to find out a log value for the solution what we find from total number of documents and number of documents containing the word. Very, very simple. I'll say you with an example. So first words, I think everybody is clear. The words we have here is the cat is cute dog. So in both the document, we have the twice, is twice, cute twice, but we have cat once and dog once. So these are the two words we have only once. So these are the words we have in both the documents. We are going to find out which word is important. So here we have the twice. So how we are going to calculate it? We have log here, log of. So total number of documents here is 2 divided by number of documents containing the word. Only 2 documents. So both the documents is having this word. So we are giving 2 by 2. So log 1 is equal to 0. I believe everybody got it clear? The calculation? Yeah. I think everybody is clear with the calculation. Shall I repeat it? So we have Can you all see the whiteboard here? Please don't write. Can you all see? Okay, so you can see log. We are going to find out the log for the value the. So for the is 2 times occurring. So we are putting 2. And then again we have total number of documents 2. So 2 by 2 is equal to 0 because log 1 is 0. So next calculation you can see cat. The cat is available only in one document. So how we are calculating? Log of total documents is 2 divided by the cat available in only one document. So 2 divided by 1. That is equal to log of 1. That is equal to 0.3. You can find out the answer. Similarly, we have calculated all these things. So finally, we have 0 value for the remaining things. And we have value for only 2 words, that is cat and dog. You're not seeing the screen? Okay. Oh, hold on for a minute. Can you see now? Yeah, thank you. So you can see here, I'll repeat it again. We have words. We have the number of times it is repeated in both the documents together. Then we have a very small formula for the vectorization, TF IDF. That is IDF is equal to log of total number of documents divided by availability of the word in the document. So first one, totally we have 2 documents. So 2 divided by both the documents it is there. So 2 divided by 2. Second word is cat. We have only one time it is being available in one document. So log of total number of document is 2 divided by it is available in only one document. So 2 divided by 1 that is equal to 0.30. Similarly, we have calculated all the remaining things. Is it clear? I believe the professors can easily understand all these things. Can we move on to the next one? What is TF? What is IDF? How we have calculated the log? Can we move on to the next one? Yeah. So now we can understand words appearing in both documents get 0. The machine will consider it as not useful. Whereas the documents have higher value will be considered as the important words. That's all. That is the result it is going to give you. Then comes the final step. So we have found out TF separately. We have found out IDF separately. Now we are going to combine TF and IDF. Already, you know, document 1 TF we have calculated here. See, all ones last 0. So you can see here all 1 last 0. It is multiplied with IDF that we have calculated in the previous slide. So 0, 0.30, 00, 0.30. So it is multiplied along with that and the result will be given and that word will be considered as the important for that document. So separately we are going to find out which word is important for which document. That's all. So such an easy and very interesting part of NLP is this vectorization and technically speaking this TF IDF works a lot for this text processing in NLP. I believe this calculation is very simple and all the professors had done with this. Can I get an yes if or we'll go over again? Or not exactly, ma'am, not exactly, but this is a trained set. Yeah, we have, madam. When we are searching for a word, when we give a bigger statement, suppose if I am typing all so many things in the server or in a browser, it is going to take only the keywords and finding out in the server, and it is going to give you the results based on the only tokens. That is important word that is given in the document. So in the cloud applications, we have it. Thank you so much for the response. Okay, so these are all the calculation what we done. I had given it on a single slide. But when we go over in this way, it is going to be little tricky. So I have explained in detail. You can work on this when you find time. I thought of giving you as a practice when we are taking the seminar, but I don't think we find time. So you can note it down. You can work on your own statements, and you can find out the log values, and you can find out what is the important for word for the particular document also. So this is an example I had planned. But now, since we're running out of time, we'll be jumping on to sentiment analysis. Before that, exercise. Okay, I think you can see my collab program. Can you all see? Can I get an S if you can see the screen? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so here I had given two texts that we had called it as a document. And from that, you can see the results, what is being displayed. So for both the document, what are the values we have received after the calculation? So TF IDF matrix is calculated based on this vectors. When you find time, you can work on this program, or if you find time, you have the collab links. You can try this code right now. I have posted in the chat. I had given Nada Saraswati College of Arts and Science and Sri Krishna Arts and Science College. So both the colleges I have given, and I have finding out the importance of word in each document. So TF idea for each state in each sentence is found out. You can check on the screen. I have shared as well. And this is another example where the stage is previous one. You're going to tokenize. You're going to tokenize the statement which is given. You can see the result here. The text 1 is tokenized and the text 2 is tokenized like this. So this program also I'll share it to you on the chat box. Okay. And you can change the statements. You can try out the lowercase to uppercase. You can make the replacements. You can split it differently. You can use the splitting terminologies differently. So all these things you can use it as a test case, make it as a test case, and find out whatever changes you can do as a test case and execute the program. So this one alone we'll be seeing after sentimental analysis. So anybody tried? Anybody tried with the code? We move on to sentiment analysis. Continuing with the text processing, we are jumping on to the sentiment analysis. Sentiment analysis is going to give the result of text which we have already processed. We have processed a document, that is a statement, and with that statement is converted into tokens, that is words, and that word is considered and that is being given with the opinion. Suppose if I am saying happy, it is going to give you positive. If I am saying you sad, then it is going to give you as negative. This kind of opinion analysis, you can call it as the sentiment analysis in NLP. Where you're going to apply all these things in real time is all e-commerce sites you can see. So whatever you're giving as a result, it will be converted into analysis. Customer comments will be converted into analysis. That is the example of sentiment analysis. Okay, anybody tried this code? I had given on the chat. You can save it for your future purpose. You can try it later also. Can we continue with this analysis, sentiment analysis, can we? Yeah, thank you. Okay, sentiment analysis, as we are discussing, it is a process of analyzing a piece of text and it is going to give you the opinions and judgments. Okay, so it is also called as opinion miming or emotion AI. Where all these are taken, it is all taken from the unstructured text of social media or news or e-commerce site, and it is being converted into a structured data. That is the result of this sentiment analysis. So how this sentiment analysis basically works? It will collect the data, it will clean the data, it will analyze what is given, and it will give you the point, and it will visualize the result. For example, if 1,000 people are attending my class now, suppose, and those 1,000 people are going to give me a feedback, good, bad, whatever it is, and those feedback is taken, it is processed for cleaning, then it is categorized based on the comments given, then total score is given, and that is visualized. That is how the sentimental analysis will work. So what are the types of sentiment analysis? Basically, we have fine-grained, which is going to just give you very positive, neutral, negative, these kind of customer reviews. Then we have aspect-based. So it is going to just give you likes and dislikes from the customer. Then we have emotion detection. So this is what we usually do in this WhatsApp and other things, where we share our emotion like happiness or sad or fear or such a kind of emotion detection. Then comes another important analysis, that is intent analysis. So it is going to find out what is the intention or what is the purpose behind the statement that is given. For example, if anybody is giving a review for my class today, could be better, means what is the intent of giving could be better? Means it is an average performance. That will be the intent. So next comes sarcasm detection. So this is a very, very intellectual performance of the sentiment analysis, where the comment given is actually negative, but it seems like to be positive. So the clarification and classification is done in the sarcasm detection. So these are all the sentiment analysis categories what we right now use in the NLP. So here we have an example, the same example what we had in the previous one. The customer loves the new machine. So we have the sentiment score for each word. So customer is a neutral one. Loves means there comes the positive score. So it carries 1 mark. Remaining all things are neutral. So you can find out which is going to have a score and which is going to be neutral. I think so far it is clear. If I am fast, you can just say me. I think professors can understand. Can I get an S if it is okay? Yeah, thank you. So here we have assigned score for each word. This is one example. Okay, now we are adding scores. So how many positive words, how many negative words? So what will be the total? We have only positive here. So 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Then we are going to find out the score comparison, and we are going to give the final statement as positive sentiment. So the sentiment analysis result for the statement which I had given, that is the customer loves the machine, will be positive. Suppose customer hates the new machine, means it is going to be negative, because hates will be a negative sentiment which will have a score of -1. Okay, see another one example. You can have you can try this example. What will be the sentiment result for the sentiment analysis result? Can anyone post your result here on the chat? The product is bad and disappointing. What will be the result of the sentiment analysis? Is it going to be positive or negative or neutral? Definitely it is negative. Thank you for the response, Manu. It is going to be negative. You can see here. The product is neutral and bad is negative. Similarly, and is neutral, but disappointing is negative. So here we have the score of -2, where it is a negative statement. So we had two examples where it is going to give you positive and it is also going to give you negative sentiment analysis. Okay, so I have a program here. I had decided the positive words and negative words. This is a program which I have did. You can also use .csv files. You can upload statements, words, a positive word, negative word, all those things can be incorporated and made easy. But here, for example, I have done. So I have taken a statement, the movie Kantara was great and amazing, but the end was bad. This is an example I had given. Actually, it is a good movie. And I have also added what are the positive words, what are the negative words. And here we are splitting it. Then you're going to find out the score. How many positive, how many negative. Then you're going to print the result. Let us see how it is working. Can you see the code on the screen? Yes. But at the end, it was bad, madam. So can you guess what will be the score? See the full statement, madam. So we had +1. You're right. For great and amazing. So you can find out that you have 2 because +1 and +1 you had great and amazing, but you can see the word in the last that is negative. So it is -1. So you'll have the score of 1 +1. So let us execute this program. See the result, the statement, the movie was great and amazing, but the end was bad. So here the sentiment score is 1 and it is positive state sentiment because we have 2 positive verb and 1 negative verb. Suppose if I am changing this bad as stunning, or I have given happy, excellent. I have changed this as excellent. Hope you are all seeing the screen of the program. Can you all see, right? See the sentiment score now, it is 3 because all are positive. Whichever I had given here is just positive. The movie Kantara was great and amazing, but the end was excellent. So it is 3. Suppose I am changing some other movie. The movie ABC was worst. I'm changing it as worst. And poor, but the ending was excellent. Let us see what will be the analysis report. What will be the report? What will be the sentiment? You can see it is negative sentiment. The score is -1 because we have 2 negative words. That is -1 plus -1 and we have a +1. I believe everybody is clear so far. I'll give you the code on the chat box. You can try your own statements as well. And of course, you can add CSV files if needed or Excel files you can upload. So we had seen the example. So where all we use this NLP? So these are all the examples. Right now we are using the NLP and everybody is using. So I think we do not want to go in detail about this. So what are the advantages? So we have the questions about the topic you can ask and you can get the response to all the questions what we use. And this NLP enables the computer to speak our own language. That is where it saves a lot of effort and business increases rapidly. And the future of NLP is definitely promising. We have a lot things of software market to come with the NLP along with the AI. So any queries, I believe everybody had some, I had given some knowledge on NLP, text processing, vectorization and sentimental analysis. So any feedbacks or you have any queries to ask, we can have a clarification. And thank you so much for listening patiently. And thank you so much for the responses from the professors. And my special thank to Anshul Madam, Justin Sir, and Isaki Madam, Sri Devi Madam, Sivahami Madam, Mahalakshmi Madam, Ramya Madam, Vivek Sir, Arpudarani Madam. So these are all the professors who had responded to me. Thank you for that. Thank you, Manoj Sir. Thank you, Jamuna Ma'am. Thank you so much for your feedback.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Participants, do you have any doubt to clarify with the madam? Any queries, participants?
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you for the organizers department who had organized such a wonderful and informative technology readiness FDP. And thank you, Uma Madam, special thanks for you. And thank you for all the participants who had actively participated. Thanks for the feedback as well.
Thank you very much, madam. It's a very informative session, and the session went in practical also. So which made us a very clear understanding. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, shall I leave then?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So the next session is going to handle by Mr. Vincent, sir. Actually, he's on the line, and I'm very happy to welcome you, sir. He's a CEO of Can Inspire Corporation, Toronto, Canada, and she's also passionate advocate for the generative AI, and he has 18 plus years of experience in the industry. We welcome you, sir.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I
Good
hope
evening, sir.
you are doing very well. My
Yes.
special mention goes to your correspondence, dean, principal, and especially you, Uma, madam, the HOD, and my friend Nadi Priya, who brought this opportunity to me to interact with you all. We were studied together, our Masters of Computer Science, and unfortunately, for some family reasons, you'll not be able to join, I guess, in this summit. So, this may be a long evening to you guys. I don't want to take much of your time. I'll try to uh, have as short as possible. So, this session is going to about generative AI and LLM. I hope everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So, for the past few years, the artificial intelligence become very popular among us. The artificial intelligence is nothing but when a machine is thinking and advising for human, helping for the human. It is artificial intelligence. For example, when we started using our Google Maps, the Google Maps not only telling you the distance and the route maps, but also it's give you the real time uh, traffic updates as well as the ETA. These two parts is becoming artificial intelligence in Google Maps. And also, whenever we are searching something in a search engine, or we are searching, we have started sending typing text messages or WhatsApp messages in your smartphones. When you're typing something, it'll be uh, assist you. For example, when you're typing, how are you? It'll assist you. How or it'll assist you to type you, right? So these kind of things are artificial intelligence. So when this artificial intelligence was introduced, we could have not believed this much that we are going to use this artificial intelligence. Why? Because if someone told to our father in 80s, 70s, 80s that there will be a device coming, its name's called cell phone, and in that cell phone, you can carry everywhere and you can call other people, they would have not believed. In the same way, in 90s, even after the cell phones has been introduced, if someone to come and told us that the cell phone will replace everything and there will be no computers record, there will be no TV record. We can work entertain ourselves, whatever we can use it for cell phone. We could have not believed in 90s, but everything is happening now, right? So in the same way, the artificial intelligence will will become a sixth finger for everybody. Even now it's became the sixth finger. In the future it will be like much more addictive intelligence to us. In that artificial intelligence, what is generative AI? Generative AI means when the artificial intelligence will tell you the time, the ETA, or the traffic update, or it will assist you to type some messages. But when it is generative AI, it comes right now what we are using, what has been introduced by all the companies. Every companies have there are AI bots or AI tools now, like ChatGPT, Gemini, lot of AI tools. What they are doing right now, you'll be able to generate a picture or a movie or videos. Right now, this is Instagram or a social media era, and everybody love to do our own reels or watch reels, right? So all the reels can be created. More like the generative AI is interactive AI with the users. Previously, you'll not be able to communicate with the AI when you are doing something, it will assist you. That's it. So there will be no communication between the AI bot and the end users. But now it's extended the communication between the between us and AI. So like Google search, we can ask whatever we want. From A. For example, if you guys are lecturers and when you're preparing some classes or lectures, what will happen? Previously, we have to refer all the books and take notes, and we have to prepare by ourselves and everything. But now it is as simple as that. If you go to ChatGPT and you can ask them to, hey, ChatGPT, can you please prepare a lecture for AI, generative AI, and you can choose who is your target audience. You can tell ChatGPT that, okay, my targeted audience are like master of computer science students. The chat GPT will prepare a lecture or a piece of note, and immediately it will give it to you with no time. So that is generative AI. In real world, why artificial intelligence and this generative AI, why all this needs? It's all because to help us, but in other way, we are all need something to ease our life without hurting ourselves. That means, in one way, to be honest, we are all becoming lazy to do our daily uh, uh, our daily tasks. So the invention is made because of uh, one of us who don't want to think. He might see, like, we are becoming lazy to think too. That might be the reason for the AI and generative AIs. In the generative in the AI system, what is large language models? The large language models are nothing but uh, generating text from the generating text by the AI tool to help humans. What kind of text? For example, when we start our schooling, the first letter we prepared, was leave letter, if I'm not wrong. Every school kid will start their letter writing with a leave letter. But nowadays, writing letters to anybody is not actually in trend, and it is not. It's old school technology. So what everybody are doing, we are sending emails and other communications. But while uh, we are writing these emails, for example, if you ask Chat GPT, like, okay, send an email to Uma madam, that I have some other meeting today, so that I'll not be able to attend this summit, then the AI will generate and give you a text to send a Gmail. That is a very simple text, but what is the large language model? Means it can be preparing a summary or a report which you might need to submit. For example, nowadays the chat GPTs are preparing assignments and everything, right? So that kind of messages or text or letters or emails, whatever the question answers, whatever is prepared by AI is large language models. And how does it work? So uh, it is as simple as that. When you are asking some when you're asking uh, something to AI, uh, it will read. It will read and understand what is your question is, and it will prepare the answers for you. uh, when you but not just reading your input text, so but also it will collect datas from your phone or computers with or without your knowledge, that who you are, what you are doing, and how how hello. So, how we are, and what you are, what you are doing, and how the things, they will be actually collecting big data from you. When you're typing something, it will automatically relate it that to your history, what the AI collected from your thing, and it works based on that, and it'll give you the output. For example, if you are a company manager, and by default, you're searching, and when you're inputting some other information, it'll collect where you are working, where you're living, and everything, all those details. When you're asking a question, for example, if you're a financial advisor, the answers are based on that, based on the financial advising category. And this how the AI system understands you and your background, and put everything together in a LLM model. In that LLM model, the AI is dividing all your inputs as tokens. Like, for example, when you're asking a question, each word from that question it understand as a single token. So using that single word, it started searching in front of its database, and the set of data it has collected from your side, and this data has been stored from the uh, other side, like who generate that AI bot from that side, using those piece of tokens, like a single word. As in that example, it says that hello world, it'll take hello as a token, world as a token. When you're asking about for example, electric vehicle in chat gpt, it will take electric as a token and vehicle as a token. It will search both, and pull the data from data from a database, as well as from the other sources. Even sometime, not even sometimes, most of the time, the chat gpt or any AI tool, they are checking with websites, checking the data with websites, from websites as well. So these tokens are used to understand your questions or input text by the AI tool, to give you the proper answer. So the next level of understanding this large language model and AI, the transformers. What is a transformers? The transformers are the modules which help AI to understand your question and the meaning of the question, then it will collect all the data and transform the way we understand, because it's a learning, machine thinking, that will collect data by what the way it's understand from the token. It will collect all the data, and the collected data in the form of A can understand, but the end user may not. So what it will do, it will transform those data in the way the end user can understood and understood, and it will be giving the answers to us. For example, when we are started searching, let's say we are not that expert in automobiles, and if there is a while we are driving a car, we are getting a engine light or some other a, lights, or the car is not starting. So when we have started searching, hi, ChatGPT, there is a light coming in my car. When you have started searching, there is a light coming in my car, it will take there is a light all as a token. And from the token, it will take that word car as a car means it's automobile to us. That will go to the particular portion of its database automobile, and it will start it'll narrow down the search to automobiles. So what happens there? It'll be easy to the AI to give you the answer based on what the context you are looking for. So that's how it's pull out the data, and it will transform it to you and give it back to us. The next part in the large language model is embedded. AI will answer everything to us based on the meaning of each words, each tokens, we can call it as tokens here. Each words what we are calling it as. So when when we are searching happy and joyful, both are same meanings. So it is embedding both the words, and started its own search from there. For example, in our previous example, when you are typing it as car and engine light, both are having same meaning to AI, because both represents automobiles to AI, so that it can be uh, start its search from there. When, as I said, the generative AI is nothing but we are establishing a communication between the AI and the end user. When we are asking something to the AI, the AI will ask back to you its doubts. For example, when we are start asking uh, about some financial questions, or we are asking the AI that how the bank interest system for our EMIs are working, then the AI will ask you back what kind of EMI you're talking about. What is your specific answer, so that it can be give you the it will try to give you the exact answer what we are looking for. It will asking multiple questions. For example, when we set EMI, that EMI can be our car loan, house loan, or some other loans. Each and every module, the loans, the banks have different structure of EMI. To understand that, uh, in the AI will ask you questions back. Based on our answers, it will be giving us the proper information what we need. For example, and before when we are searching in Google, it will not ask you any questions back. Whatever you are searching, it will give like hundreds of it'll throw hundreds of links to us. So we have to go and narrow down what we need by clicking those links. That can be that'll be that was the time taking, as well as it has uh, it has large amount of data which we need to process to get our real answers. But in AI world, we not an AI world. In the real world, what we actually looking for is something we need our answers or our solutions immediately. So to process your our request, or to process our answers, to process our letters, or to prepare our videos, photos, or music, whatever it is, to give you a precise answer what you are looking at, the AI will ask you question back to understand correctly our question or our input. Next step is fine tuning. At the, if you from the starting onwards, if you see the large language model, the tokens, the transformers, the embedding, prompting, fine tuning, everything is designed like a human brain. For whenever we started thinking something, first we'll be understanding what it is, right? For example, if the question was asked in a different language other than our mother tongue, what we are trying to do, we will broke that questions into pieces and try to convert into our mother tongue, because always we are will be thinking in our mother tongue. So we are converting that as a tokens, as I said, and understanding what is that question is. Same way, we are connecting those tokens, or the small words, with other things what we know, and we try to understand that that is transforming it. And when we are embedding it, we are put everything, all the tokens together, and we are trying to find a proper answer. And when you're prompting, it means if the guy or a person who asked that question, if they are in front of us or over the phone, we'll be asked back them, "Are you meant this? Are you trying to ask answer for this question?" So that we are clarifying from them that we are understanding correctly, and we try to give the correct answers to them. In the same way, the next thing is fine tuning. In the fine tuning, what the AI will do based on your personal history or business history or your work history, whatever the big data captured by the AI tool, it will tune your answers and give it to you, which will more relevant to you. For example, a manager who's managing 100 employees is asking a question about payroll information to the AI or a chat GPT or whatever the AI tool is. When the AI tool must already understood that but already collected the big data of the person, of the manager, like who is he, what is his age group, what is his educational background, what is the company he's working on, and how many employees he's handling, what sort of payroll he is running, how much monthly payroll or payable he is doing, everything, knowingly or unknowingly. The manager might fed to the AI tool previously. So what this AI tool will do when he's asking something about a payroll question, that for example, if he's asking when will be the next payroll, or what is the new rule from the Canadian government that affecting the next payroll, what this AI will do, it will search or in its own database or website or government databases wherever it has access to, and it will pull out all the informations, and then it will match those information with the previous data collected from that particular person by the AI tool, and uh, it will start tuning the answer. For example, it will be the manager is working XYZ corporation, and he is handling this kind of this group of employees, and this group of employees, and he is running a $1 million payroll every month. So based on that, it will pull out the datas and it will give the relevant answers to the A manager, like okay, whoever is running, if the company size is more than 100 people, so you have to add another tax deduction or whatever the government has announced. And the answers based on that the 100 employees, the company where it is located, and which province or which state it is located, and how much amount they are dealing on a monthly basis. So this is this is the fine tuning so that your answer, the information or answer or the text and whatever you are getting it from, that AI will be very related to you, and that will be more useful. The next step is, what is RAG? RAG means retrieval augmented generation. The RAG is a tool which helps AI to bring the answers, to give the accurate information. For example, when you're asking a question, the RAG system of AI will helps AI to find the relevant and related information from its database. Not just database, but also from the from other websites as well as other databases if the AI system uh, has access to. When uh, when a AI tool, as before throwing an answer in front of you, or a question, or let's say if you're mm, if we are always installing softwares into our computers or mobile phones, and when it says that the agreement or policy, whatever it is, we simply click I agree, right? But if you copy and paste those things into an AI tool, it'll read the complete document. Or if even though the document is, you're not posting the document, it will search in the database, it will search in the, let's say we are in, yeah, it search in the websites and find the documents and to read everything and give you the proper, relevant answers to you. Okay, now uh, we have to see the real-time life examples of LLM and ChatGPT, sorry, the generative AI tools. Every time something will go viral in the in the social media, like a few months, I guess, if I'm not wrong, everybody started creating their own photos, uploading photos in ChatGPT or Gemini, and they are getting some avatar images. That is a very perfect example of a generative AI. When you are giving your image, it will it'll give you it'll generate something like avatar, or when there is a uh, photo of a small boy is given, it'll be giving you that how this guy will look like in 20s, 30s, 40s, like that. These are like small, and it is not much useful on everyday's life, but it may be useful in some other things, like um, for a police investigation or something. When they are throwing a photo, it will give uh, multiple dimension, or multiple age group, those things. In previous days, we can see in movies that some sketch artist will sit and draw the accused or the culprits photos, right? So the photo generating AIs can be replaced those kind of stuff, and it will be very helpful to the investigation, to the police department. That is a very small example, but in wider thinking, right now, even in IT fields, AI supports is very big. Whenever a developer looking for codes, now we no need to brainstorm ourselves and write codes for anything. If we are asking a chat GPT or or AI tool with the proper subscription and everything, that will that will help us guys to generate the codes what we need. And we have the facility in that AI tool itself. We can run that code, and we can check pick a demo, and that will we can use that code in real time. And as well as you may know about Grammarly apps, as well as and the Gmail bots, AA bots. even WhatsApp AI bots. They are help us to prepare uh, text messages, emails, and letters. So this side will give a creative knowledge on the and languages where we don't have expertise, like excuse me, like all of us not are not very good in English or in other languages, but still we will be able to write uh, proper emails and text message to our superiors or officers, those who are dealing with. And we can prepare letters to the government and government bodies with the help of the Copilot or Grammarly. And AIs or generative AIs are going to change the media industry in big time. For example, for all of us, those who are not involved or know about any uh, TV, cinema, those kind of medias, always creating a series or a movie or a serial is for us it is like how we don't even know what it is, how does it works, what those things are. So the AI is like just one step, one word away to teach you those things. You can create short films, you can create videos, you can create musics. Nowadays, you can create songs. Even the large language model LLM is writing you stories. For example, if I need a 5 page long Tamil crime story, it'll write a story and give it to you within minutes. So, this kind of thing will help will brought more competition in front of media, because everybody can now write stories. Even if you are giving the situation, AI is working like a poet right now. It is writing verses, like writing songs and everything. And using the same songs, you can ask the same AI tool or a different AI tool to prepare music for that. And you can ask another AI tool to put everything together with a vocal of a male or female. So if you know how to give the inputs, just inputs, you don't need to be a music director, you don't need to be a poet, you don't need to be a director, or you don't need to be a editor or something. If you know how to give the inputs, or if you know how to ask questions, you will be get a song within no time from AI, from AI. Not just media or IT people or finance, yeah, and in other ways in our industry, preparing financial reports with the AI tools are become very easy. When I started working uh, in 2006, 2007, I have started myself as a IT employee. Then I moved to management side, accounting side in 2008. By those days, when we are when we if we need to prepare a P&L balance sheet and accounts, by the time the tally was introduced, but not that much actively used. So we have to use Excel spreadsheets to prepare all those reports. But nowadays, if I connect my CRM with the chat GPT. It is bifurcating all my data. It is like postmortem, do postmortem my reports and throwing it in front of me that, okay, Vincent, this is your company's performance for past 6 months in terms of employees, in terms of money, in terms of projects, whatever it is. So these are very useful as a CEO to the company, that where our company is struggling or where our company is improving. Uh, with in minutes, I can have a dashboard in my computer with the AI tool to see my company's performance in hourly basis. So these kind of like ChatGPT, DAL, Copilot, Runway. There are so many AI tools which will make our life easy in day to day. As we discussed, how it is helpful for the retail and small business. For example, when there is a corporate company or a big business, they have their own team for everything, like design, marketing, and advertisement and everything. They might have a legal team, they have a sales team, they have a marketing team, they have R&D, everything. But for example, if it is a small business, like a business based on our city or our state, a single person, not a corporate, a single man show, a small business like let's say it may be a grocery store, or it may be a it may be anything. It may be a dress shop or a boutique, whatever it is. They'll not be able to afford to have each department in their business. Like they'll not be able to have separate R&D. They'll not able to have separate marketing teams. They'll not be able to have their legal teams and everything. So what is this AI doing to them is it can be act, for example, for those small business, the director or the owners of the business are running the entire show. They are the R&D, they are the designing heads, they are the accountant, they are the legal team, they are the marketing, they are the sales guys and everything. So for to the AI tools are helping them to have R&D or marketing or sales technologies or the strategies which competing which what the corporate companies are using. So that will make those businesses grow as much as a corporate company thinks or doing their R&D or marketing or sales. These these are like a opportunity or opportunity to the small businesses to grow as big as a corporate company. The benefits of generative AI, there are a lot as we discussed, all are the benefits of generative AI, right? First of all, time. Nowadays, time is very crucial. There's a saying that in 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 80s or in older days, our parents were spent more times to save money. Now we are spent more money to save time. So uh, the AI is become the AI bots or the AI tools or saves a lot of our time, and we can use that time to uh, productively for other reasons. For example, if we need a legal opinion before we have to call a lawyer or we have to go and meet them, we have to explain our situation. They will be and they have to refer their law books, and they are the previous based on their previous experience or other cases, they have to refer a lot. And within a week, a day or two or a week, they will come back and tell you that okay, for your company in this situation, this can be done, that can be done, this is the law, sorts of things. But now with the AI, when you're explaining a situation, for example, uh, a company is suing us for copyright or something else, what we can simply ask AI, and the AI will act as your legal assistant. By the time, it will go and check everything in a minute, and it'll throw you on a desk itself. Like, no matter of time, you will get your answer for your legal opinion. Same as it'll increase your creativity. Like in our school days or our college days, in our class, there must be one guy who's writing poems and everything. Uh, or rest all of us like will be praising him always, and we will taking his help in some situation that I can you write a poem or summary for me for various reasons, right? So, but now everybody can write poems in any language. Everybody can write a story or a screenplay, whatever it is. The AIs make us creative with ideas. And when we are struggling with when we are struggling to take some decisions, we can throw all the information what we have about a situation or a particular time, and if you are giving all the inputs to the AI, it will analyze, it will give as a idea to take a good a proper decision based on this data it's given to us. So in overall, it will reduce our time. It will make us creative, productive, and a good decision maker. Yeah, whenever something is ease our life, and there will be uh, problems or risk associated with it too. End of the day, artificial intelligence is artificial intelligence. So it is artificial. It is not, it will not be able to think as human as, because in end of the day, the AI is like uh, like a robo developed by a man, and there are lots of thousands or millions of lines of codes written, and that has been fed to the AI tool. So it's what based on that. It's what based on those pre-instructed informations. So what can happen? The AI may fail on you. Uh, for example, the amount of code, some maybe the code might be written wrongly, or it can so that the understanding power of that AI tool could have a negative impact, uh, that because we'll not be able to predict that artificial intelligence always correct. It also can make mistakes, like yeah, like hallucination. If that that looks like right, or that may not right. And the AI tools are working based on the big data collected yeah, about you. Because at the beginning, when we were talking about embedding and fine tuning of the AI or LLM, uh, it's understanding the questions from your input, but it's fine tuning the data from what the AI tool stands about you. For example, if I keep asking about financial informations and financial reports and everything, and the AI will slowly start to think about that I'm a financial guy. When I'm asking a question about something else, the answer from the AI is going will be more related to the finance stuff. Like it started thinking it started thinking I'm a financial controller, and it started thinking as a financial controller, but not in all the time. It not necessarily to be right. For example, when I am asking a legal assistance from that AI, if it is giving financial advice to me, it is not relevant to me. That could, if I take a decision based on AI's data, that will be a big issue. That's one thing. In other word, the amount of data, the big data, the AI collects from us, like where I'm working, what I'm doing, where I'm living, what is my lifestyles are, what kind of food I'm searching, what kind of questions I'm asking. Based on that, it's created database about me, and those data nowadays, without our knowledge or with our knowledge, because when we are installing any software, we are clicking I agree without reading anything. So in that case, those data has been sold to different marketing companies or other places. So unknowingly, we are allowing the AI tool to breach our privacy in our life when we are uploading our photos, to create some fun avatars or fun pictures, or to edit. We always, once we took the photo, we may felt it like the light is not good, or the photo was not taken for just for editing purpose. We used to upload our family photos, kids, those kind of pictures is taken from your AI tool, and taken advantages against us for some other real life examples we have for the photo morphing and the video editing and everything. And and the other important information is that our bankings, our credit card information, and other financial informations also can be compromised in the AI world. Because uh, to do search or to buy something, we are giving our informations to AI. In every aspect, as long as whenever we started using our smartphones, our privacy has been compromised. But in the generative AIs, when we started communicating with the machine, it is asking us excuse me, it is asking us more questions and informations. Unknowingly we are giving those informations. Those are privacy breach, not just our informations. And sometimes we are giving our friends and relative informations without their consent too. For example, while you are uploading a group photo, there will be 10 members in the group photo, and we never ask anybody that, hey, I'm going to upload this particular photo to the AI for editing. We never ask their consent. So without their knowledge, and we are giving their informations that, hey, one of my friend is working on so and so company, he is trying to send a he's trying to put paper, yeah, that and give us some ideas. So these kind of questions will give your friends information to the AI too. So these are becomes because our privacy is impacting because of the AI's mistakes. Our decision making capability may be questionable, even though it's creating as a, for example, if we ask AI to write a poem in Hindi, since we don't know Hindi, we don't know what it is written, and what how it is written. It may be questionable our creativity as well. So whatever the benefits we enjoyed from AI or LLM or generative AI, they all have their side effect and the risks as well. Yeah, it is our responsibility to not just AI, not just LLM, not just generative AI, whatever the tool we are using it, it is our responsibility to use it wisely and safely. Because always, not just AI tool, in my personal experience, always double check your work, whatever it is. If you, for example, if you're preparing a report, or if you're writing an email, or if you're sending a text, whatever it is, double check it. Once you complete it, take a minute and read it, check it, cross check it, whatever it is. Do double check. That will always help us to find our own mistakes, as well as, for example, when you are using the data from the AI tools, or for any supportive tools, double check. So this the answers what is given is relevant, or it is it is useful, and before you using that data. Next, as I told you previously, as much as possible, stop sharing all of your private, confidential, and financial information, because those informations will implied as a scam, or it can be possible frauds happen. So do see, in this AI world, we'll not be able to use the word never share private or financial information, but I would say be very moderate. Don't give exact personal informations about you or your family, or your friends, as well as the financial informations too. For example, hey, I have $100,000 and suggest me a good business plan or investment plan. don't go ask like direct financial questions. For example, I have $100,000 in SBI bank, checking sorry, savings account.
தெரியாது
Mm,
பப்பா வந்தாலும் தெரியும்.
so these we can avoid these kind of informations. And the thing is, next, use it. If you're going to use a AI tool, don't go and download XYZ from any website or the app site. Try to use trusted tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, kind of. I'm not branding those things, but at least they have some policies. Privacy policies, or and the quality of AI tool may be good. So use those kind of AI tools. Yeah, we are almost come to end of our session, guys. Like mm, AI is a very useful tool to ease of our life. But according to me, A is not the not A is not. Don't trust AI for everything. When you started using AI, for example, when we are started using mobile phones, the first thing you all will agree, we stopped memorizing phone numbers. Before using our mobile phones, we used to know at least minimum uh, 15 to 20 numbers we used to have in our mind. If we need to call our friend, family, whoever it is, if we think of their name, their number will flash on our memory and we can call. But when we started using mobile phones, the first thing we forgot to memorize the numbers, because all the numbers are in our fingertips. So our mind stopped memorizing those things because it's become irrelevant and unwanted to the brain. So it stopped memorizing phone numbers, right? So what will happen when we are keep using AI? We stopped thinking by ourselves. So, when we are not using something, it's become removed from our activity, right? So we stopped thinking. Even for simple things, we will be started asking AI, "Hey, ChatGPT, good morning. What can I eat for breakfast? Or can I have a coffee or tea?" Technically, what I'm trying to tell you is you will be completely stopped your thinking, and we will be limited with our knowledge. So since if we started using AI for everything. So that's my you can take it that might be the piece of advice. Try as much as possible to use AI or generative AI or LLM, or whatever it is, as your assisting tool, not deciding tools. So when see, if you want to become a leader, 100 people can assist you, but if you take decisions, then you'll become to be a leader. So use those kind of tools as for assistive purpose, not deciding purpose. You decide what you need to be do, and you check double check everything as I told you, and use these things as a help. So the thing is, the overall, we are in the wrap up time. As we saw, AI is nothing but machine learning, machine thinking. Generative AI will help you to do create movies, musics, photos, those kind of creative creative outputs. And a large LLM is nothing but creating uh, mm, large text oriented data to you. So wo- try try everything, like open a ChatGPT account and uh, start asking, start giving tasks to the AI tool, and try to understand what is AI and steps. So I think I already gave my final thoughts, guys. As I said, use generative AI or whatever it is as a assisting tool. The AI is not or never will become a replacement of a human brain. It should be uh, it should be the assisting tool. It can be help you in many ways, but I would recommend that you handle it. Don't let any AI handle you. Okay, I hope all you enjoyed the session, and that's it about this thing. I'll be thanking you to all, especially Nadi Priya, that who brought me here to interact with you all. Thank you, the HOD ma'am, Uma ma'am. Uh, Thank you for your college managements and others. Thanks, guys. I hope it didn't take too much of your time, and you might enjoy the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The session is highly informative and we have known many unknown things. And thank you very much, sir. This is a very nice session. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
So good evening, everyone. And now we have the 13th session. And for the 13th session, our guest is Mr. Satish Kanan, sir. He's a delivery director of digital engineering in Cognizant Technology Solution in United Kingdom. And he's a solution architect in Java and cloud-based platforms like AWS, PCF, and private cloud. Interested in DevOps skills, use Docker and Kubernetes. Working currently in the microservice, Spring Boot, and Spring modules in Java. And he's a person who is have a very passionate in delivering the recent technologies to the students community for the better development. And now he's willing to deliver the speech in for the faculty community. Please welcome you, sir.
Thanks, Uma. Thanks all. Yep. Right. Welcome all for the sessions, and I'm just going to share my screen. Just give me a minute. Hello. Can you hear
Yes, sir,
me?
you're audible. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know. I mean, maybe some network issue, so I just joined back. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen, Uma?
No, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Right, perfect. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to give a brief summary and at a high level of the data science. Currently, this is most happening in the industry, which is getting transformation from the traditional model into a different ways of IT industry. Every 5 to 10 years, there's a kind of transformation happening in the IT industry. If you see in the early stages of 1990s, you have seen that IBM mainframes have been having some major issues where we have OTK problem. Then we moved towards the web-based application in 2000s and until 2015, Java and a lot of web-based applications have been actually finding the market. And then came about the cloud transformations in mid 2010. I think there's a lot of transformation happening in the cloud, where a lot of companies are moving towards this cloud. And then now it's from 2020, I mean, the early stages of data science has started, and then now it's in the peak of data science. So it's getting more and more important for all the students to understand the data science and how it gets benefits to the whole world and many industries. So my agenda is pretty straightforward. Introduction about myself, data science, definitions, and simple use cases, and some of the analytical types, and top sectors and top jobs that is currently using this data science, how to shape students, and also some real-time use cases, and all open the forum for question and answers. Introduction about myself, I think as we said, right? It's mostly a kind of typical IT experience I have, around 24 years. I started in 2001, and then now I'm working in Cognizant worldwide since 2015, currently working in London. And mostly my expertise, as Uma said, it's mostly on Java, Python, web-based application, cloud, agentic AI. And currently in the last 3-4 years, I'm more into the big data platform and analytics. My clients are the court and tribunal system, which is the jurisdictions, and then home office, which is handling the billions of records. And it's a huge set of data we are using and processing in the home office. And my LinkedIn profile, in case you want to have any queries or any latest things, you can always watch open the LinkedIn. That's brief about myself. And just to give a recap, I think what you have learned so far is mostly on the Python. What is mostly useful of Python is it's a kind of a programming language which helps in streaming, the processing of streaming of data in a very, very faster speed compared to other programming language like Java and .NET and C++. Python is extremely lightweight, and it is very, very useful to process billions of data using the data stream. Machine learning, as you said, as you know, machine learning and deep learning are mostly on the trained, supervised models that can understand what is the labeled model, labeled data, and that can tell you what is the data when you ask for it next time. Deep learning is more advanced, mostly a specific, it's a kind of image processing or natural language processing. It's more advanced than the machine learning. Artificial intelligence, as we just got in the previous session, is mostly a kind of broader topic which can predict some of the intelligence from the data which we have. And the current trend is mostly on the large language model, which is LLM, which is very, very, very complex models that will be trained in billions of data using some algorithm, and it can help you to generate some of the responses and context based on what your input for. And the tools that is using this are agentic AI or Gen AI, which normally generates GenAI is mostly for the code, which it can generate the codes. For example, nowadays there is no need to write a code at the program. It will, if you give a prompt, I want a particular requirements. If you can type that saying that I want this particular requirements, can generate the code out of this. So it can generate the code using GenAI tools. There are a lot of tools available in the industry. And then once you get the code, you can optimize it. It may generate some 60 to 70% of that great code, sometimes 100%, depending upon how you give the input. And agentic AI is mostly an advanced one of GenAI, which can do multiple tasks, and it can give some kind of certain outputs by doing certain sequence of tasks, and then it generates the output. For example, if I say that, can you develop a mobile app for payment applications, it can quickly develop all the front-end, back-end, database, everything it can generate and give it to you. So that's more like a kind of sequence of tasks. So this is just a recap of what you have learned so far. I don't want to go into detail of that. Right. So coming into the data science, this is an important topic which I'm going to understand for the next 30-40 minutes time. Data science, if you see, it's a kind of the necessity came where when the digitization started in 2000, we have been generating a lot of data in the database. And if you see in the cloud, we have billions and millions of data available by a lot of companies, a lot of products available. And they have generated so much of data. Whatever you do in Google search, whatever you get the results, is all stored in some database. So Google has billions of data. What is the actual prompt given by the user and what kind of response they are looking for it. So, okay, then one fine day, a man came and thought, okay, we have a huge set of data. So why can't I use this data to generate some of the insights and create some actions for that? So that is where the data science was born in. Okay, when I have a huge data, why can't I use the data and get some kind of meaningful response? So that is where the definition came for data science. Data science is mostly deals with billions of data. It's kind of big data structure where it has everything in the data, and I can get some kind of knowledge and insights from this data. That is my requirements. What can I do with this data? So I can think, okay, what are the things I need to generate from this data? And that converts into an actions. Basically, okay, you can get this kind of volume, or you can get this kind of business. You can actually manufacture this kind of product. So there are so many types of actions that can be generated based on the industry which you work for. So in essence, whatever you have learned so far, Python, deep learning, machine learning, algorithms, LLM, everything put together will be data science concepts. And in order for the data science, there are three important subjects you should be very, very clear. Okay. So the subjects are mostly mathematics, computer science, and the other one which may not be taught in the college is the domain expertise. Domain expertise is basically, it is applicable for the specific industry which you're going to work for. For example, if you work for healthcare or banking or telecom, some of the domain expertise is the combination of all these three things put together, you will have this data science. So basic things, mathematics, computer science, domain expertise, put together will become a data science concept. So when you say mathematics and computer science is mostly a machine learning where you apply that. And when you say mathematics and domain, you'll be using the statistical analysis, and computer science and domain will be mostly a data processing. So you can imagine this is how the whole concept of data science is put together, and definitely all these are required in order to develop any of the data science projects. So basic things are needed: mathematics, computer science, and once you get into the industry, you'll get the domain knowledge. So this is the basic definition of data science. Okay. Now, when we go into data science, we have how this data science is actually evolved. You should know the life cycle of the data science and what are all the business roles that the different people, once the students come out of the college, they can actually fit into certain life cycle model. So not everyone can fit in all the life cycle. Maybe if I show this image, you'll be understanding. Okay. So this is the complete life cycle of the data science. The first one is business understanding. For example, if I work in a kind of banking sector, okay, I want to understand how many customers are willing to invest in a share market or mutual funds over 1 million for next 1 year. So I can get some requirements based out of that. That is the initial business understanding. If I go for telecom communications, my requirement is how can I increase the customer base from 5 million to 10 million, and what are all the problems they are facing? I need to address that. So the business understanding is differ from industry to industry. So that's the first part of understanding the data science. If you don't have any business requirements like this, let us not go into data science. Because don't apply data science because data science is coming in every industry. You should know where to apply. Is it really required or not? Okay, because once you get the requirements, you should have the data for that. If you don't have the data, there is no point in getting the requirements. Okay, so now I know what is the requirements. Next step, second step is data mining. So in order to meet these requirements, for example, if we take the same first example of banking sector, if I want to know the customers who want to invest in next 1 year more than 1 million, I know because I should have got the data from survey from multiple locations across the globe. I have the details. So that's called data mining. I collect all the data. Data cleansing is sometimes the user may not give the proper data or inconsistent data. I just clean all the data and make it more cleansing. That is called data cleansing. I remove all the inconsistent data. Sometimes the user may not enter the full value. So I have to make sure that this data cleansed one has the clean and neat data for me to do the next step. Next step is the data exploration. When you say data exploration, okay, I got this data. How can I do I can do multiple combinations of certain data to get some output. So I can actually do the explorations. Like if I take this data and this data, I can get one new data. It's a kind of data formation. So data exploration is mostly I use raw data, do some conversion, do some kind of aggregations, and get some kind of new data from that. And then the fifth step is the feature engineering. Feature engineering is mostly, now I have the requirements, I have this expert data. How can I make these two together to develop the feature? For example, in this case, the banking sectors needs to understand how I can make the customer, how can I bring the customers who are willing to invest? So I can get some data from the existing raw data and get the customer base. The sixth step is the predictive modeling. That is the most important thing which you need to understand, because that is where the data science, the core, the crux of data science is involved. The predictive modeling is basically I'm training the machine learning. Okay, I have this feature developed. Okay, I have this data, use this, and then come up with some kind of prediction. Okay, maybe if I ask the customer in the US regions or India region or Japan region, so I can get some kind of output. I mean, the customers are willing to invest. And how to show the data is the data visualizations in the chart format or in a graphical format, whatever format you want to show, that can be shown in the data visualization. So data science is not a simple stage, actually. It's a very complex process to be understood. It's a whole life cycle. So all these 7 cycles put together becomes the data science. And example, roles. What are the roles who will be doing this? As I said, right, not everyone will be able, not single person will be doing all this entire activities. So in industry, we have a business analyst or architect, we have a data engineering or architect, data architect, and data scientist. So there are a few more roles, which I'll show you in the next slides, but these are the 3 slides, 3 important roles which will be used in the data science model. And we have a subdivision on this. I can show that in the next one. So if you see this, the understanding of the business and data visualizations, these two will be done by the business analyst or business architect, because these people are the one who work with actually end users. They will try to understand the product owners or the product managers. They will try to understand what is the requirements they want to do in terms of business goal. For example, in the top level leadership team says that, okay, I want to increase my business. Well, this is my goal I have. So understand the goal convert into a requirement, meaningful requirement, that will be done by the business architect. So it's not a simple step again. It involves a lot of study, groundwork, do some user research in order to achieve this goal, which are the end users I need to reach and do some kind of interviews and sessions. So there's a lot of discovery session happening in that particular period of time. Next, these three processes, data mining, data cleansing, and data exploration is done by the data architect or data engineers. This is where a lot of Python program will be involved. They do all these cleansing activities, and there's SQL program and a lot of mathematics algorithm. Everything is used here in this by the data engineers or data architects. Architect is a little high level, engineers are the one who's actually doing the programming side. And the last step is the predictive and feature engineering, mostly done by the data scientist because they know how to convert the data and requirements into a kind of features and predictive modeling using the LLM models. So it will be done by Python, or it will be done by the lot of LLM. Like if you see a lot of LLM models like ChatGPT 5.0, which is the latest one, but a lot of things are used in this particular modeling set. Okay, so they should be familiar with internal processing of how to do the data scientist and convert into the features and predictive modeling. So this is the overall concept of the life cycle and what all the business roles that are applicable at a high level. Okay, if I go to the next slide, so we'll take a simple use case. Using this particular data science model, we'll take a simple use case. I want to increase the customer base for any kind of supermarkets or any kind of commercial sites, commerce site. Okay, so I have collected a huge data. Okay, I'm converting the data with the loyalty and satisfaction coordinates, so that I want to understand who are more satisfied and who are more loyal. Okay, so this is the data I got. Because I have the digitizations, every customer is registered, I have all the details with me. So I am seeing these many customers. I'm just giving a sample of customers only. It's not 100 customers. It's billions of customers, billions of data. It will be huge data. I'm just giving only a sample of that. Okay. So among this graph, you will have four kind of customers, four kind of user base. Okay. If you talk about four kinds of user base, one is the new people who are very new to this particular shop or commerce site. They are very less satisfied and they're less loyal. So I'm not worried about the alienated people. And the highest people, highly satisfied and highly loyal, are the fans. They always come to the same shop. Okay, I don't care about them because they are more loyal. I'll be always making sure that they'll be here. The two more things, who are the supporters and the roamers. Supporters are basically who are very loyal, but they have some dissatisfactions. Roamers are very satisfied, but they are disloyal. They'll be jumping between these things. Okay, I like the product, but I'm not loyal to you. So that's how the roamers are coming. So my goal is to convert the supporters and roamers into the fans so that my customer base is increased. That is my requirements. So how do we do that? Okay, so I know I have collected huge data from the database and I have millions of data saying that why they are not satisfied, why they are not loyal. I have a huge data collected from a lot of, if you go to the supermarket, they'll give you a survey form. Sir, can you fill this form? What is that you like in the shop? What is that you don't like in the shop? So they'll give all the details. So those data are collected in multiple locations across the globe, and they have huge data in the system. They can use that. Okay, so my first point is how to convert the supporters into the fans model. How do I do that? Supporters are basically who are very loyal, but they are not satisfied. Maybe they're dissatisfied with some of the reasons. For example, they have a long queue. They took a lot of time, so they're not. They don't want to spend too much time. How do we solve that? So my LLM model will say that, can you increase the counters using a self-service, so that when the customers are going with one or two products, they simply go, they tap themselves and then pay the card and then go quickly. Or during the peak hours, you can increase the number of tills or the payment station so that there will be a lot of people address at the same time. Second reason could be there are shouting stops in the kind of malls where they don't like that actually. So appoint some friendly stops who are very nice to us. When you enter any kind of malls, there'll be a lot of people smiling and welcoming you. Even though you're angry on them, even though you ask for multiple things to do, they'll be quietly doing it. So that's called friendly stuff. And third thing is that sometimes you don't have quality products. Just buy the products because it's a low price. No, I want only the quality products. So always have a quality products. You can also have other products. So that's how we convert these kind of things. So my data science helps me to identify what are the core problems. Again, these problems may not be applicable for a certain region. Okay, it is global data. So you, as a kind of specific region-based shops or commerce people, they have to pick up which are applicable to that particular region. Okay, so that is very important. So it will give you a huge response. It will give a huge data to you because it's collected all over the globe. Okay, so that is where we are trying to keep on fine-tuning the data science to get more appropriate response for the specific queries and specific location also. That's the next set of generations. And the last one is how do you convert the roamers into the fan space? So how do I do that? Roamers are basically, they are satisfied, but they're not loyal. So if you get some kind of loyalty cards, or you will always see there's a discount voucher, like 25% discount or 30% discount or 50%. Sometimes they give a lottery system saying that you shop in this for 1 month and then top selected people will be going for some travel packages or lottery, like they give some prize monies or they give some prize cars, bikes, everything. So that's how they convert all these roamers into the fan base. So this is how a simple use case that can help you to understand how the data science is used. So this is the actual use case, how the data science is internally used. So here in the data science, how it is helping is it has collected the data and it has helped to do the data explorations to find the fans, roamers, supporters, alienated. Now I know my requirement is I need to convert the supporters into fans and roamers into fans. So I have the huge data and it is I need to get some kind of a response. So if I give the supporters, then what is the output? So if I give roamers, what is the output? So these kind of things are completely developed and programmed. Okay, if you go to a shop, if I'm a kind of in the leadership team, I want to understand, I can give these details to them and it will give the response. So it's a simple thing, but internally it has done a lot of algorithms to convert this actually. So that is why the data science is very useful. Right. So coming to the next topic, as I said, right, there are you need to understand the analytical types actually in the big data, in the big data, because big data is not a simple thing to do the analytics very easily. So big data is basically a huge volume of data. It contains huge amount of data. It contains different varieties of data. It contains extremely useful data and velocity. For example, every minute there's billions of records being pumped into the system. Okay. And also veracity. Veracity is basically the inconsistencies and uncertainty in data. Like, for example, some people will have a correct data, some people will have incorrect data. So this is the whole thing is the big data. How do I do the analytics? Okay. So there are 4 basic analytics which you can do it in this. Okay. The 4 analytics types are descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive. So based on my requirements, you have to select a specific analytics and apply the specific algorithm into that. So descriptive analysis, like for example, I want to know what is the current trend in my company, how many products have sold, or how many customers have joined, what is the revenue. So I have the current data. I can give you, okay, this is my data. Like I have 1 million user base. I have sold 12 million worth of data, and there are 500 people joined in the last 1 day. So this kind of descriptive analysis with the raw data just gives a completed. Diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic analysis is basically when something goes wrong. So you have to understand what is the root cause for that. So that is where the diagnostic analysis comes in. Okay, so I have some kind of data with all the results. So with this result, I need to understand what is the root cause. So that's called diagnostic analytics. Go in depth and get some particular event and what is the pattern for that, and then see the result out of that. And next one is predictive analysis. Mostly predictive analysis used by the artificial intelligence. For example, if I have a huge data coming in the next 1 year, what my company looks like, what my data looks like, that is the predictive analysis. So it is actually, this is what is expected to happen, but I cannot guarantee that based on the history of data, this is what is going to happen. The last one is very important, is prescriptive analysis. Is actually a clear plan of action. Okay, if you want to achieve this, if you want to achieve the predictive analysis, what are the steps you need to do to achieve that? So that is the prescriptive analysis that will help you to understand, okay, I do this step. In the next 3 months, you start doing this work. After that, from 4th month to 6th month, do this step. So it will give you a clear plan what needs to be done to achieve the end of 1 year goal. So that is where the LLM is really helping. And also the data science uses a lot of LLM models to tell me what are all the clear set of actions you need to perform. So it uses a lot of techniques. It uses machine learning technique, it uses LLM, it uses neural networks, it uses any kind of algorithms to achieve that. It depends. I mean, organization it differs. Okay. So that's the main thing you need to understand, the analytical types. So based on the requirement, you have to choose a specific analytic types. You can't apply all the analytics types in everywhere. Okay, so make sure that you choose the right type for the right requirements and get the results. Right. Moving to the next one is, I think I told you, right, this is the happening things in most of the industries, right? So the top 10 sectors benefited from data science are healthcare, where the patient diagnostics is very much useful. For example, if I go into a clinic, if I give my inputs, it collects all the information about you from the cloud, and then it give you have a history of this, and I can give you suggestions, a lot of things. And personalized medicine, identify the global spread of virus. So these are all things which is used predict from the healthcare industry using the data science. Similarly, finance. In finance, right, mostly the major problem is the fraud detection and risk management, customer analytics. So it is used in multiple areas in the banks and finance, mainly for the detection of the fraud and risk. Telecom operations mostly used for how can I optimize, like for example, if I use 5G in this area, will it be worth? It's the environmental good area this without affecting the environment? How can I make the optimized network? Customer retentions. I have to retain the customer. What is the best I can do it? So get all these things and predictive maintenance. Similarly, retail and e-commerce. We have the customer behavior analysis, we have inventory management, and specific target focus of products in a specific time. It's called targeted marketing. Same thing used in manufacturing also. Mainly the supply chain. How I can optimize the supply chain. What is the best route to do that, and quality control. And we also use in transportations and logistics. How I can optimize the route, which is the best route to go. Fleet management and demand forecasting. Energy neutrality is also used everywhere. Government and public sector are also used. Government and public sector is the area which I am also working for the last 5 years. It's very, very widely used in government and public sector, mainly for the public safety and utilizing the taxable money in a proper way. And what is the government policy, how it can do some impact in the customer, impact on citizen. And education mainly used, it's very, very widely used in education also. So how do we get the performance analytics of the students? What are all the curriculums you can improvise and have a better development for the overall students? And operational planning. I want to do all these things. My syllabus is changing. Overall things I need to change operationally to achieve that. So everything can give you, again, it will give you certain steps, process, what needs to be followed. Again, it's up to you to choose the right thing for your organization. Last thing is the media and entertainment is also used everything, because content recommendation is the huge market. And if you see in YouTube and Insta and all the social media, the content, the specific contents, even if you take about the trailer or the initial stings for the particular videos, the selection of the specific areas in a movie is very important to attract the people. So the content recommendations is very, very important for any of the social media networks and media networks. If you watch the trailer and if you see that, it will actually make a larger impact with a wider audience so that it gets huge market. Even though the real picture is not that good, that is very, very important to choose and pick the specific contents in the videos so that will be attracted by a lot of audience. And audience analytics, like for example, there are different types of audience. Not all audience will like all types of medias. So they know these are the targeted audience, type C, type B, type A, and trend prediction also. What kind of trend setting coming up in the industries. So these are the top sectors. So don't think a specific area. Data science is applied in all the industries. It's very, very important to have the data science applied and how to use the analytics in all the areas. Next one is how this data science is shaping in the future business. So basically, if you see customer choices, if you take the first one, right, the customer choices, right, the insight is basically data science decodes the customer preference. That is the important thing which data science helps for the customer choices. It knows, because based on the selection of the product by every customer, it knows what is the preference customer have that. So if I have that insight, what I can benefit is I can choose the customized products, boost satisfaction, and I can do a kind of, I can foster my business. Because this product is purchased by many people, so I can increase the product manufacturing, and I can develop various versions of this product because this is getting more popular now. And if you see the trends and future outcomes, what is using is data science predicts the market shift. I can say, okay, in next 1 year, this is going to be the market. I can predict that. So the benefit is I can take some informed decisions. I can anticipate some of the customer, and I can actually adapt to the industry change. I can quickly change my business model rather than reactive model. I'm being a proactive model. And business operations is also very important because this is very useful for a lot of business. I have a data-driven insight, streamline outflows. That is my insight. So the benefit is mostly the cost reductions. How I can reduce the cost, how I can improve the efficiency, and this is very, very important for all the business. If I have the streamlined workflows, I can easily understand. Okay, I can reduce the I can minimize the cost by 10% by doing this. I have the data in there. And again, risk mitigation is also very, very useful because it helps to mitigate the risk very easily, and I can take a decision very confidently without having any impact because of the risk. Okay, and other one is the hidden potential is because it helps to reveal what is the business opportunities. Because 10 years back, we don't have anything on the AI. It has actually opened up a new business opportunities. Data science. It helps us to develop a lot of Gen AI tools, and we have the agentic AI tools. So it has opened up a huge market. And it also helps in the innovation side. Always we are moving away from the monotonous work, do the same kind of work. Okay, I go to the office, I do this job and come back. Every day, the repetitive job, the human brain is bored of it. So this data science is taking away all the monotonous work. Okay, I'll take care of all the monotonous work. You tell me what needs to I do it. But your brain is so brilliant, use it for innovation and you enhance it for some better purpose. Your brain is much useful for a lot of other areas. So use it for that. So data science is helping your brain to think something new, something creative, everything. That's the main purpose of data science. Right. As I said, right, in the initial stage, we have only 3 roles mainly said, but other than that, these are all the different carriers, data science carriers, which we are using in the industries. Data scientist, machine learning engineer, data analyst, data engineer, AI specialist, marketing analyst, NLP engineer, big data expert, research scientist, business analyst. I talked about data scientist, business analyst, and data engineers in the previous slide. So this is something which is more, they focus on a specific area. So the students, data science is a bigger picture. Within the data science, I have given you the 10 roles here. But again, these 10 roles may be played in combinations. For example, data analyst and business analyst can be played by one player, one student, as long as they have the data knowledge and business knowledge. It depends upon the person to person. Sometimes an organization will have a specified expert in data analyst. So it varies industry to industry, but the students should have the broader knowledge of what are all the roles available and am I the best fit for that? So I'll talk about that in the next slide. But this is the important thing which everyone should understand. And again, this is the limited one. Still, we have so many things coming up in the new one. For example, the agentic AI itself is a separate concept. So I need to have a lot of experts in developing the agents for that. Every year it is growing. So it's not that the earlier we used to have only a specific set of program. Okay, if you know Java, come and work for me. If you know .NET, C++, you come and work for me. But now it's different. Every day there's getting changed. Every day there's a lot of evolving in the technologies. And data science is very huge. It's not a single person to do everything. So next time, how to shape the students? That is very important. How do you shape the students for the data science career growth? As a faculty members, you have to understand not every student will be interested for the data science. So how to bring that interest into the data science concept? Fine. So you all normally explain what is data science. That is very interesting one. And then what does scientists do? The data scientists do. So normally you have to explain how it can help the industries. So how you should do it is you should show the benefits of the data science. What is the advantage and what is the value it can get from the data science? It gives a huge amount of benefit. As I said, right, it will help you to take away from the monotonous job and it will make a brain to think very creative. Then the current generations are very, very adaptive and they're not looking for a simple things. They always want to have some kind of new things. So they are very, this is a kind of feed for them, which will help the brain work much faster than the current previous generations. And next one is, once you do the data science, the third important thing is data science right for me? That is the very important question you have to ask the students. Because not every student will be fit for the data science. Their brain may not be processing that. So the students should be asking whether data science is right for me, because that will help you to understand your fitness to the data science and your passion towards data science and your dream of becoming a data science. So this is a very important question. If you don't have an answer for this, or if you say I am not the right fit, better don't go into that. So now assume that I am the right fit for that. Next thing is, why choose data science as my career? Because of the large amount of opportunities and huge demand in industries. Because if you see, every industry is now moving towards this AI. So it's a huge want of data scientists and data engineers to process the data. And if you see the job statistics, the data science, it's huge. It's 45% increase. It's very, very huge increase. And this is only for the last 10 years. I mean, starting from 2021, and it's keep on increasing, and technology is increasing. So the job is definitely a huge wanted for the data scientist in industries. And once you are done and once you are fit for that, then yeah, I am ready for that. So every student has to go through this process and questions, but you as a faculty members, make sure that you take the first two things, make the students understand clearly for that. What is data science? What are the benefits it gives? How it is developing all these things, algorithms, all the technologies used in this. And the next two questions, what is the data science? Is the right fit for me, or the why choose data science as a career? It's all up to the students. So this is a student choice. And once they're done, then they can go into the market, understand what is the statistics, and then they can take up the interview. Otherwise, if they don't have the answer for all these questions, right, it's very difficult for them. Don't go into data science because everyone is going for data science. It's not the right thing. Because some students are better in different industry, different technologies. In a university, if some 200 colleges, 200 students are coming out of this college every year, maybe 50 students are fit for the data science. The others are fit for a different purpose. So it doesn't mean that everyone has to go here. Right. So now I'm coming into the real case, a real-time use case where we can use this data science, which I'm currently working on it. I can't give all the details here. I'm just giving a very high-level information for you guys. How we are using this data science in the real world. Okay. So if you see in the jurisdiction, which I'm talking about is basically the high courts, all the low-level courts, and also jurisdiction, and also every area there is a professional users who is the solicitors and the applicant and respondents who apply for the case and receive the case. And the other one is the judicial users, the judges, magistrates, and legal advisors. So these are the different people who are having the data. We have digitized this data last 20-25 years, which means all the digitized case data. When I apply for a case in a court, I have the data in the system. I have the business data, like how many companies are available in this country, how many people have been appointed in the company, everything. Citizen data, like in this country, how many citizens are available, and property data. All this data for the last 20-25 years, I have collected everything. Because if you apply for a case in a court, you have to submit all the details into the court. Otherwise, you will not get the details from the court. The case will not be progressed. I have everything digitized. Now, how I can use this data? And my requirement is, if you say, what is my business requirement? Application processing time is reduced by 40%. For example, if you submit a new application for any case, instead of going through the routine procedure, for example, the court officer, admin officer will receive the application. They have to go through everything. They have to go to document check, everything. And then they have to send it to the judges for application review. So there are so many process manual handling. With this data, if the data is submitted by the same set of users for the same reason, you can always approve that immediately and directly go for the hearings. I don't need to check because they have given all the details and they have given all the, it's coming from the very trusted user. So the trusted users is built from the database. And case handling time will be reduced from 9 months. Earlier, the cases will be running for the courts for 9 months. Hearings, the initial processing and approval itself will take 2 to 3 weeks time. And then the judges will review that and then ask for the hearings, everything. Nowadays, it's reduced to 3 months, less than 3 months. Sometimes it's the instant hearing coming in the same day for some of the urgent cases. So how it is possible? Because I'm using the raw data, which is already available, to process and bypass certain decision-making mechanism, and I'm fast-tracking the proceedings, so I can do it quickly. Even the judge, when they take the decision, it will be helping them to take some accurate decisions. Because if a judge reviews a case and if I have an applicant, the data science, which is internally processing the data, it'll give you all the information for the judge about this user and say this user is already in another case, this user is already in another case. He is in a criminal case, he is in a civil case, he is in a property case. These are the case details available. He can click and see the details. So how it is giving the judges a consolidated view to take an accurate decision is very important. So what we are doing it is, we have the data. What I do with the data, I have some algorithm. Okay, algorithm is very, very secure and very confidential. I can't tell all these things. That will help to decide this kind of data. If it comes, use this algorithm, and then you feed into LLM. LLM will be doing certain sequence of tasks and generate a response. So, for example, if I give one citizen data, then it goes into algorithm. Okay, if I have the date of birth, if I have the nationality, if I have a citizen, if I have some kind of place of birth, is there any other areas available with this user? And he's a trusted user and he's a blacklisted user, and that LLM will do that. Okay, the algorithm will tell, okay, if I get a citizen user, you have all these parameters. It's called biographics parameter. Okay, use this to identify the logic and supply to LLM. LLM will go and collect all the data and consolidate into different steps and generate the response. So nowadays, the jurisdiction, it's getting more and more benefits because of the data science. It's very, very useful, right? Processing time is reduced, case handling time is reduced, and accurate decision is important. Because I worked in both the industries. One is jurisdiction. The next one is the immigration department. Immigration department is very, very useful data because Home Office is very, very structured and secure data of a country. If you see here, we have 34 billions of records of passengers crossed in the country, crossing the border in air, sea, and train route the last 25 years. It's a billion. It's not even millions. It's billions of records. in order to process the billions of records, I need to have a very, very, very faster technology. Technology is so huge and complex. I need to process 34 billions of records. And global visa application and its status, and citizen immigration and asylum, and passports and ID cards and so on. So with all these billions of records, my requirement is this one. When I apply for a visa, earlier it goes to the manual check. Okay, the manual officer will verify all the documents you submitted, and he'll check everything and he sends for the other person to review, and then it goes to the leader for approval. Now, if you send an application, it will be instant decision. Because of all the huge data I have, you've already been coming into the country for the last 10 years, there is no issue with you, so your visa is approved. If you are a blacklisted, these people will have all the international linking of all the user data. If I give the information, it's called core biographics of a user. If I give a user with the full name, first name, last name, date of birth, date of place, birthplace, country, nationality, and sex, and sometimes religion as well. If you give all this put together in the international global database, you will be able to retrieve the data about the user and some of the linked information of them within the government organization, not for external one. The government organization has a mechanism to exchange the data when requested. And whether when the passenger enters into the borders, whether he is a blacklisted passenger, if the passport is blacklisted, if the ID card is blacklisted, everything can be quickly alerted to the user. That user, the immigration officer, can do some further checks, make sure that this passenger is really not blacklisted, and then allow into the country. So the code biographics is very important. As I explained, this holds the complete information of the user, and it helps in storing the informations whenever it's needed. It will be used in the data science for getting the latest information of the user. And when government want to launch any new schemes or any kind of new policy, they need the data in the current trend. So with that particular trend, okay, if they announce any new schemes, for example, now they have made this country as a on-arrival visa. Basically, they are seeing very less number of people coming for the tourism into this country, so they want to promote the tourism. So they will announce a kind of on-arrival free visa. So which means we don't need to go through the visa applications. We directly come to the airport, get the visa, come in. So this is one simple example I'm giving for the government to take decisions. Similarly, the government can announce a lot of decisions and everything so that they can use it for here. That's the thing. Data science is used in so many places to get a best output or prescriptive analysis to come up with a proper response. I'm telling you at a very, very high level, I'm just giving you from 30,000 feet. But in the low level, if you go and then see the data, how it is working, how to get algorithms, it's huge requirements for the engineer. That is why the students will be really coming into this and then helping to convert the raw data, the big data, into the outcome, what is required for you. Okay, so the students is the pillar or who is the foundation for all these things, who can develop all these things. And they can give more insights while developing. They can give a lot of inputs and insights to develop in a much better way. So without them, it's difficult to achieve this kind of requirements. So that's how it's used in the industry. I'm just giving only 2 use cases in the government sector. But if you talk about every sector, everything have a large amount of data. But without any data, if you want to build something, it's very difficult in the data science. That is a limitation of the data science. You need to have a huge data in the system. Otherwise, we can't use this. Nowadays, lot of applications, lot of companies everywhere, the data is digitized. So the data is already available, either locally or in the cloud or in the data center. Data is available. How to use the data? That is where we have to use the potential talent. And again, data science also has its own limitations. For example, the predictive analysis or the prescriptive analysis may be true or maybe may not be 100% true. It always have a disclaimer saying that I can only recommend the best option, but it's not the right one. It's your human brain who have to take this particular response and decide that is right or not. Right. So that's the main thing. Any questions and answers? I'm open now. Otherwise, we are good to close. Any questions anyone has? Okay,
Participants,
if not, yeah, please.
any queries?
Okay, if not, thank you so much. Thanks, Soma, and the whole faculty team, and the college team who's helped give the opportunity to give my information knowledge to the students and faculty members. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. The session is highly useful, sir. It is really what are all the application area you have covered, maximum all the application areas, sir, which is very helpful to us. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, good evening, one and all gathered here. I feel immense pleasure in delivering the vote of thanks for the whole session of this 6-day ATAL sponsored faculty development program on data science. First and foremost, I would like to say my sincere thanks to our college management, especially our president sir, vice president sir, treasurer sir, and general secretary sir, who always standing backbone for us each and every activity of our college and also the department. Next, I'm very thankful to our college secretary sir, Mr. Engineer KCC Maran Mani sir, and our beloved principal Dr. Chitra madam, who is always thinking the one step ahead for the upliftment of the each and every department and also the college. And next, I would like to say the sincere thanks to all the resource persons, Dr. H. Vignesh Ramamurthy sir, Associate Professor, Amity Institute of Information Technology, Amity University, Bangalore. He delivered the topic on Python for the data science on the first session and second session. Next, I would like to thank Dr. P. Jayagauri Mam, Principal, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Sudarshan College of Arts and Science, Pudukkottai. She delivered mathematics and statistics for data science on a second and third and fourth session. And Dr. S. Vimalamam, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Mother Teresa Women's University, Kodaikanal, in the fifth section. And she delivered the fundamental concepts of the machine learning. And on the sixth session was handled by Dr. R. Muthuselvi, Professor, Department of Information Technology, Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, Virudhunagar. I thank you, ma'am. And in the next session, the day 4, the 2 sessions, 7 and 8 session was handled by Dr. R. Lawrence, sir, Managing Director, Macwell Software Solutions Private Limited, Sivagasi, and she covered in-depth knowledge in deep learning, and he gave both the theory as well as the practical knowledge. Thank you very much, sir. And on day 5, the session 8 was handled by Dr. C. Devi R.K. Vanitha Ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, the SFR College for Women, Sivagasi. She delivered about the data visualization. And then the next session was shared in the same topic of data visualization by Mr. Gausikan Veeramani, UI UX designer, Qualtron Advanced Technology Center, Haryana. Thank you very much, sir. And today we have enjoyed with the 3 sessions. The 11th session was handled by Dr. N. Priyadarshini, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Technology and Data Science in Sri Krishna College of Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. And she explained about the natural language processing, vectorization, and sentiment analysis. Thank you, ma'am. And next, the 12th session was handled by Mr. Vincent, CEO, Can Inspire Corporation, Toronto, Canada. And he explained about the large language models. Thank you very much, sir. And the last session was explained by Mr. Satish Kannan, sir, Delivery Director, CTS, United Kingdom, and he gave the summary of the data science and also the applications of the data science wherever it is useful. So thank you very much, sir, and a special thanks to all the audience who made our program a grand success by your participation. Even though in your busy schedule you have shared your time with us, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any participants, you can share your feedback, please. So any one of you, please unmute your mic and you can share your views about the overall organization, about the resource person or whatever else. Anything you want to share?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, ma'am. I'm Dr. Sangeeta Funde from the College of Management, MIT Edita University, Loni, Kolhapur, Pune. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
through this ATAL FDP, it is golden opportunity to faculty after working hours to acquire the more professional knowledge. And regarding your FDP is all the resource persons share valuable knowledge, and that is really useful for the data science. In our college, we have a specialization of MCA data science as well as BCA data science. So I'm such a type of FDP, if you conduct in the future, then I'm very rigorously waiting for that, and I will attend that sure. Thank you for conducting such a type of FDP, madam.
Thank you very much for your feedback, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Is anyone else, ma'am?
Ma'am, my humble request, all FDPs, all sessions, PPT, if it is possible, then share it on
Yes,
our
ma'am.
WhatsApp
Definitely,
group, ma'am.
definitely. I'll get it from the resource
Yes.
persons and definitely I'll share in the group, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. First of all,
Good
I
evening, ma'am.
thank all the organizers. Excellent FDP, and we learned a lot of things through this FDP. Thank you, organizers, and thank you, the resource persons too. They have shared their knowledge as well as their ideas with us, and it was very useful for us to do our research area, whatever it is. It's very useful. Thank you, organizers. A
Thank you, ma'am.
fantastic FDP. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So the feedback link is shared in the chat window. So the dear participants, you can fill this for all the 3 sessions and the overall faculty development program. The feedback is shared in that same link. So please fill it out. And I have shared the sample question in our faculty development group. Please go through it, and you'll be having the test from 7:15 to 8:15, 1 hour. There will be the 30 questions will be given. Each question has 1 mark. So after completing the test, you please log in into your ATAL portal, and you have to fill the feedback, and then only you can download your certificate, ma'am. If there is any issue, you can raise a query in the group itself.
Ma'am, where
Ma'am,
we
we
should
need
give that
to
test?
through ATAL portal, right?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
test will
Everything
be
will be available in the ATAL portal, ma'am.
okay, ma'am.
Test
Attendance
is
will be
also
available.
not
Ma'am?
we should give the test from ATAL portal, no, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. For your own user ID password in your ATAL portal, you can go
Yes.
and attend the test by 7:15, ma'am. And now only
Yes.
I'm putting the attendance on today's session, so it may take a minimum 45 minutes. So after 7:15, you can go into the ATAL portal and you can complete the test. After completing the test, you have to give the feedback to download the certificate. Is there any doubt, ma'am? Is there any doubt, participants?
Ma'am, test will be live only after 7:15, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have to log in after 7:15. Okay, thank you.
7:15. Yes, sir. 7:15 to 8:15, you can complete your test.
Okay,
Totally
during
30
this
questions are
period
given.
only. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Vanita Jan, and I've attended all your sessions. It was all the sessions were very nice. They were very knowledgeable, as well as the organization from your whole team is really excellent. There was nothing, not even I think single flaw which was there in organizing anything. So though I have attended earlier also one FDP, but I found that you people to be more liberal and very nice, and all your resource persons were too good. And thank you very much for doing such a nice FDP.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, test is live only for 1 hour.
Which one, sir? Test.
Hello.
Sir.
Test, the online test on ATAL portal is live up to 8:30 only today.
Yes, sir. If there is any network issue, means the time will be extended, sir. If not, the time will be 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Good
one
evening.
more thing. If there will be some issue, then we will this window will be live. Now we can put the message on the chat box.
Not here, ma'am. You can put the message in the WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Okay,
I'll
so
allow
you
all
will
the
allow
participants.
the participants. Right,
Yes, ma'am.
right.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am. I have one doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, while filling the feedback, sometimes I unconsciously I have entered two mail IDs, ma'am. One personal mail ID, another one is my official mail ID. Is it any issue, ma'am? While
No issue,
entering the
ma'am.
feedback,
But your name is present, ma'am.
name, college name, department, everything is
Yes.
same. But
Yes, ma'am.
unfortunately,
Then it will not be a problem.
okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Shall we quit, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can all wind up, and you can refer the sample question which is shared in the FDP WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Okay,
Then you
ma'am.
can re-login in the ATAL portal. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you
Okay,
all
ma'am.
the participants for entering your support to make our program as a grand success. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, one day feedback I have missed out. Like I was logging and then just missed the feedback. Like
Which day, ma'am?
Third day, I guess.
Ma'am, can you share in the WhatsApp? I'll share the WhatsApp feedback link on the day.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt that the quiz is in the WhatsApp group, or you have shared a link of that.
No, ma'am. Actually, the sample question is in the WhatsApp group. But
Okay,
the
ma'am.
original test which you have to attend should be in the ATAL portal.
Okay, ma'am. So we have to attend from there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. From
And it-
7:15 a.m. Sorry, 7:15 p.m.
7:15 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for the
Thank
information,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.